Jeff, first game of the season against Actonians, 3-3 draw. What's your thoughts on the game?
There's a famous phrase in football, isn't it? If you can't win, don't lose. And I think that's the best that we can take out of today. We started quite slowly. I don't think we really brought our best game into the first 45 minutes. But we looked very, very different in the second half. We came out with a fantastic attitude. We got the ball into higher areas much early. And at the end of the day, I guess for Actonians as well, 3-3 seems about a fair result.
The team showed some real resilience, 3-0 down to come back for 3-3. What does that tell you about your squad?
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit about mentality and character last week after the Dartford game, and we're going to need that. You know, there's going to be harder games than that. There's going to get games where we go into the winter and the pitches aren't brilliant. So you're going to have games where it doesn't look so pretty. It didn't look particularly pretty in the second half, but we had to find a way of getting the ball forward into higher areas. We've got lots of quick players, and that's what got our results in the end. And some of that comes from me giving them ideas, but some of that comes from the players themselves to work out what the problems and where can we find the areas and how can we be effective. And, you know, that mentality came through today.
Their first goal, there seemed to be a bit of confusion. Linesman flagged offside and then the referee gave it. Did you have a clear view on that?
I saw the linesman flag straight away. So for me, I'd like to go with the linesman decision, obviously. The referee thinks otherwise, or he thinks he's got a slightly different interpretation of law. You won't see me this season arguing with officials. That's just not what I do as a coach. So I won't be arguing with the officials. They're here. They're trying to do the best job they possibly can. Maybe he got that one wrong, but I'm sure across the course of the season there'll be a few that go in our favour as well.
It's the second game, first game at home next week against Camden Town. The team looked like it was a high press and really good structure and formation. Is that something that you plan to take into the next game?
I think you're going to go into the first few weeks of this season where you're playing lots of teams that you don't necessarily know much about. You don't know how they set up, you don't know what players they've got. So I think, as I said to you last week, you know, we're going to try and start from a position of this is how we want to play. And definitely in the second half, I thought you saw that. You could see us set up to try and win the ball in the highest areas of the pitch as possible. That comes with a fair amount of risk, we know that, but we're willing to take those risks. So I don't think you'll see us do anything different next week. That's exactly how we'll try and play next week.
Okay, well, congratulations on your first point. Speak to you next week.
Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.